One person of interest who is said to be a known gang member has been arrested for the shooting, in fact taken in for questioning for the shooting of two members of the specialized anti-gang unit. Constable Thapelo Tlomatsane, 29, and Constable Sphiwe Sibeko, 28, will be laid to rest this weekend.
I can confirm that a person of interest has been taken in for questioning, and that two rifles belonging to the South African Police Service were recovered in one of the informal settlements. You might recall that yesterday one of the concerns of the community members who assembled to convey their feelings and concerns to me, one of the concerns was about the fact that about these two firearms. So those firearms have been recovered. The person of interest is a known gang member, leader of one of the gangs in the area, who faces 6 other charges and is currently out on bail. A multidisciplinary team consisting of the DPCI, the Hawks, whose main focus is organized crime, Gauteng Crime Intelligence and Special Operations, a provincial tracking team, a tactical response team, PRASA, and the anti-gang unit worked tirelessly overnight and during the weekend, and have achieved some results quite quickly, which demonstrates their commitment as well as their competence.
That's the Police Minister, Firoz Kachalia, speaking a bit earlier on. While attending to that and also visiting the area was our reporter, Dludla, who joins us now in studio for an update. Calvin, good evening to you. So on day 3 of the investigation into this shooting, this deadly shooting in Reiger Park, some progress on 2 fronts. One, a person of interest. Secondly, to do with the weapons that were stolen from the slain officers. What can you tell us on both fronts?
Good afternoon to you, Chulas, and to our SABC viewers. What we know now is that a person of interest, a male gang leader, that was confirmed by the police, that a male gang leader was taken for questioning. This will tell you in simple terms, it means that person will be questioned by the members of the South African Police Service at the police station. They will interview him. If they see that if they get what they want when it comes to information, then that person might be arrested and might be charged. But if that person of interest does not have the particular information that the police officers are looking for, that person might be released. So what we know now is that the person of interest, the male gang leader, was taken for questioning. Police will update us about that particular interview and what they got from him. Yeah. Then they will then update us and tell us whether the person will be arrested. You know, once you are arrested, you will have to be charged, and then you will have to appear in court. That is where you will we will follow it up. But what we know from now, from the statement that was released by the police, is that a person of interest was actually taken for questioning. We don't know how long, we don't know when, and what we know is that he was taken for questioning, and then police will update us going forward.
And the other element of that progress has to do with the recovery of the weapons that were stolen from the 2 officers, from the anti-gang unit, the R5 weapons.
Yes, remember yesterday when we were covering that particular media briefing that was conducted by Acting Minister of Police, Firoz Kachalia, and Lieutenant General Tommy Mtombeni, they did mention that they want those firearms. I remember a bite from Acting Commissioner Puleng Dimpane saying, urging community members that they need to assist the police as they are looking for that particular firearm. She told them that they know something, they know someone, they should come and speak up and assist the police because they want those rifles. I remember one of the community leaders, Ekopman, did mention that those firearms that are in the hands of the criminals are in the wrong hands, and those criminals might come back and torture the community. So police must ensure that they find those firearms. Today, around 12:30, that is when we were informed that there is a media briefing by the police minister, including the DPCI known as the Hawks. We went there, and that is when the minister told us that they have recovered those R5 rifles. So what we need to clarify for our viewers at home is that those two firearms, Thula Sizwe and the viewer at home, they belong to the police. They were not used as weapons to attack the police.
Yes.
The firearms were taken from the police. They are the state resources.
All right. Let's talk now about the interaction between the minister and the community. I understand that despite the tragic circumstances, this also provides an opportunity for engagement on the levels of violent crime and gangsterism in the area of Reiger Park. What has the community had to say to the minister and he to them?
That particular meeting was volatile. It ended up abruptly. It was ended by the police because they could see that the minister was livid. He was furious, and the community members were not taking it.
Yeah.
They were saying they want solutions now. They did not want media briefings. They did not want the minister to tell them that no, we will deploy the soldiers, because they don't believe that soldiers will be able to assist them anyway. So unfortunately for the minister at that time, he could not provide solutions yesterday. So that is why that meeting was ended abruptly. And the minister did mention that, no, you don't want me to speak, and I will have to sit down. Then you will have to speak. That is why there was a confrontation between him and one of the residents who threatened him, telling him that you are not leaving here up until you provide answers on what you are requesting. And police stood up and said, no, but you are threatening a government official, you are threatening the minister. People, that guy said, no, I'm not threatening him. He needs to tell us the answers because he will come here. Remember, last Thursday, a person was shot and killed. The minister was there. Last year, 4 people died. I remember we were covering that mass funeral. The minister went there, but there are no solutions. So that meeting did not end well.
Yeah, and confirmation, lastly, Calvin, that the SANDF members will be deployed to Reiger Park. I must be honest with you. I was surprised that Reiger Park wasn't one of the original areas designated for deployment of SANDF, knowing the history, as you've just outlined, of the area, or perhaps the deployment was somewhat at a lower scale. Why are they being deployed now, and what's the hope that they will achieve now?
The conversation I had with the national spokesperson of SABC, Brigadier Dludla Matishi, did confirm that actually the whole of Reiger Park is under lockdown. That tells you, Thulas and the viewer at home, that if a place is under lockdown, especially under such circumstances, the members of the SANDF will be deployed in support of the members of the South African Police Service. So yes, to answer your question, the members of the SANDF will be around Reiger Park. They are saying that from last week up until further notice.
Yeah. All right. Calvin, thank you for that reporting. Calvin Dludla, they're reporting on the latest in the investigation into the mass shooting in Reiger Park that left 2 police officers dead and 2 civilians dead in that area. And the investigation's continuing, and this search for solutions also continuing at the same time.